Deep inside the frozen mountains of Alaska, a creature has been hiding from humans for over 20,000 years. Anyone who comes near it never returns alive. But when a rescue team enters those deadly mountains searching for a missing explorer, they uncover something far more terrifying than they ever imagined. Today, I'm going to explain one of the most brutal and mysterious survival horror movies of 2026, The Yeti. So, without further delay, let's start the breakdown quickly. The movie starts in 1947 inside the Alaskan Territory. Oil tycoon Mariel Sunday Sr. had arrived there, taking the famous adventurer Hollis Bannister with him. They had a full team with them, which had only one woman in it, their cook Betty. We see that they have kept some creature locked inside a cage. This means this expedition was not for oil. Rather, Sunday Sr.'s motive was something else entirely. Anyway, at night when everyone was sleeping, Betty's eyes suddenly opened because some sound was coming from outside. Betty sees that it was a team member named George, who was fixing a hole in the roof. But just then the Yeti came and pulled George up through that same hole and ate half of him. It threw the remaining half down, and Betty could only watch as she was drenched in his blood. 2 weeks after this, Sunday Sr.'s son, Sunday Jr., held a press conference. In it, he stated that his father went to Alaska and still hasn't returned. That means he's missing, and now it is my duty to find him and bring him back. So, Junior has prepared a team that will go to Alaska with him to bring his father back. In the team is Leanda Course, a tough ex-army man who will protect the whole team with a gun. Half of his face was ruined in the war, which is why he wears a half mask. After that is animal expert Dr. Margaret Lamb, Betty's twin sister. She is going only for her sister. Along with them is radio expert Booker Marshmont, who has already carried out a blast over Japan. And to carry out blasts, demolition expert Dynamite Dan is going with them. Junior's assistant Parker will also go along. And all of them will be led by map expert and professional navigator Ellie Bannister, Hollis Bannister's daughter. Actually, Ellie does not care much about her dad and was not even ready to go. Their story is such that when she was 15 years old, she got polio, due to which one of her legs was ruined. Then one day a massive storm came, causing a stampede, in which it was impossible for Ellie to survive. Therefore, Hollis ran carrying her on his back. In that process, he could not pay attention to his wife and her mother. The mother got separated from them. She was lost somewhere in the storm and was never found again. From that day, Hollis could not meet Ellie's eyes, nor could Ellie meet Hollis's. That's where the distance between them began. Now Hollis has a name in the whole world, but Ellie could not make that name despite wanting to, just because of her leg. Otherwise, in terms of knowledge, she is no less than her dad. She did not want to go with the rescue team because of her dad. But now she is going only because of her dad. Who knows if he really is stuck in some trouble. And just as he saved her in the storm, now it is her duty as well. So this mission became personal for Junior and Ellie. Both have to save their fathers. A team of 7 expert people was prepared, and all 7 reached Alaska. But the snowstorm going on there ruined the entire planning. In the storm, neither the radio was working nor the compass. Because of this, they all had lost their way. 3 days passed while wandering in such a storm. Due to this, everyone's temper was running high. No one was listening to anyone because everyone was an expert in their field and had high egos. But Junior had the delusion that he was the boss. Blinded by his wealth, he was rude to everyone anyway. He lashed out at Ellie, but later we find out that he is very soft from the inside. He just feels pressured to live up to his father's reputation. Otherwise, he's actually kind to everyone. Anyway, after stumbling for 3 days, they were finally preparing to build a shelter. Because Ellie had clearly said that we have to wait for the storm to stop. But how to build a shelter? Due to permafrost, the ground had become like stone. So here Dynamite Dan came in handy. Using dynamite, he made a big hole in the ground, inside which they all sat down after lighting a fire. But by doing so, they had also alerted the Yeti. They had no idea about this at all. When some sound came from the forest, they thought it must be a bear. But when Dan went to relieve himself, the Yeti literally tore him apart. Even after a long time, when he did not return, Ellie went to find him taking the help of a rope. This was so she could reach back to the camp. But in the middle of the path, the rope broke. And just then, Dan appeared in front of her. He was sliced thoroughly from head to toe on one side. But he was very intoxicated, so he moved forward again while swaying. And just then, the Yeti arrived there. But hearing its sound, Ellie had already hidden behind a tree. Before it could find Ellie, the other team members started calling out to Ellie. Due to this, the Yeti ran away from there, and Ellie could not see it. Corse and Booker came to get Ellie. Then further ahead, they found Dan's corpse. It had been ripped open and partially eaten. The three of them went and told the others that some animal killed Dan. And hearing this, panic spread in the camp. Junior's response was that we should move forward from here right now. But Booker and Corse were saying that we have to bring Dan's body back. We cannot leave him behind. But Junior was saying that Dan's body is not more valuable than my father. A rebellion was about to happen over this matter. Sensing this, Junior changed his tone. He said that we will move forward now, and while returning, we will pick up Dan's body and bury it properly too. Agreeing to this, everyone moved forward. But Parker was left furthest behind. When they couldn't find her nearby, Ellie said that we should spread out. Only then will Parker be found quickly. But Corse said that it is not right for everyone to separate. He was going to find her alone because he saw his daughter in Parker, who was killed in the war. He set out to save Parker, and Dr. Lamb also set out with him. The other three moved forward, but in the wrong direction, because Junior was forcibly leading the way and not letting the navigator do her job. Here, as Corse and Lamb moved forward, they found the Yeti's footprint ahead. Seeing this, both were shocked. Then they started hearing Parker's screams. Following the screams, they reached Parker and saw that the Yeti was brutally mauling and eating her. Seeing these two, the Yeti ran away, but it had left Parker in a very bad state. She was in a lot of pain. Now they could not save her, nor could they reduce her pain. Therefore, Corse had to end her suffering by forcibly suffocating her. On the other side, Ellie and Booker were frustrated from wandering. Therefore, Ellie took the responsibility of leading again. Booker was with her, so Junior also had to follow behind them. And this proved to be the right decision because Ellie led them to the same cabin where Sunday Senior's team had stayed. The entire cabin was covered in blood. And sitting there terrified was Dr. Lamb. She had a Yeti's claw in her hand, which she found embedded in Parker's leg. Lamb told them all that Corse has gone to hunt. And as soon as she spoke, Corse came back. Everyone had many questions in their minds. So, without sugarcoating, Corse told them all that a huge, dangerous creature killed Parker. It was 4 times bigger than us, but was walking on 2 legs like humans. And right in front of us, it ripped Parker apart and threw her like she was a doll. Hearing this much, Junior lashed out at him, asking why you didn't save Parker. Why were you even brought here? Your job is to protect us, and you are not doing even that. So, Corse stood up in anger and said that you killed Parker by bringing us all here. Junior told him clearly that from now on you will stay with us and protect us. But Corse is not going to listen to him anymore. A rebellion has taken place. Corse also said clearly that I will hunt it alone and won't let the danger reach you. But while he was saying this, the Yeti broke the window and pulled its hand right through him. Ellie tried to save him, but only an intestine remained in her hand, and even that was snatched away in a while. After Corse was killed, they all first barricaded the broken window, so that thing couldn't reach inside again. Then Dr. Lamb said that this is a great ape. Humans thought that these had become extinct, but for 20,000 years, they have been surviving here in hiding, away from the eyes of humans, living alongside humans while staying hidden from them. When they checked the cabin, they found the corpses of Sunday Senior's team frozen in the snow, in which Dr. Lamb's sister was also present. Her mission ended there. Now they just have to get out of there. For this, Booker climbed the radio tower built outside to turn it on, so that the signal could reach the ship. As soon as the tower was turned on, the signal started coming, and music played on the radio. Ellie got lost in it. She did not even realize that Booker was shouting from above, telling her to run, that the creature is coming. When Ellie did not hear at all, Booker had to hurry. In that process, he himself got injured and fell down. And the Yeti finished him off. The Yeti crushed his chest with its foot. Seeing all this, Ellie ran away and while running, reached a barn. Inside it, Sunday Sr. was locked in a cage. Ellie freed him and brought him to the cabin, where he told the whole story. He said that some time ago I sent a team here in search of oil, which did not return. Only one radio message had reached from their side, which mentioned some ancient monster. I discussed this matter with Hollis. So Hollis told me that Alexander had hunted a large ape that had devastated his army. According to Hollis, this is a creature of the same ape species that is still alive. So, as soon as he got this information, Senior got ready to hunt that creature. He reached here after preparing a whole team of hunters, but all the hunters were killed. Somehow they reached the Yeti's cave, and there they found a Yeti cub, meaning the Yeti is not just one. Rather, there are two, a male and a female. They picked up that cub and brought it here and locked it in the cage. But Hollis felt pity for the cub. Therefore, by freeing the cub, he locked Senior in the cage and fled with the cub himself. While searching for the cub, the mother reached the cabin and left after finishing the rest of the team. Since then, Senior was locked in that cage, but now he is free, so he will complete the job. He will hunt the Yeti as well. He will take the cub with him after finishing Hollis. For this, he has also thought of a plan. Placing the cage outside, he hung Ellie inside the cage as bait. He completely covered her in morphine powder, so that after eating Ellie, the Yeti would become unconscious. And because there are two Yetis, he also sprinkled morphine on Lamb and made her sit outside. Junior was not happy with this work, but he is nothing in front of Senior. Senior also threatened him, saying, "I will bury you like your grandfather." In a while, the mother arrived, and as soon as she came, she chewed up Lamb. Then she started moving towards Ellie. In the meantime, Ellie had become free, so using her brain, she locked herself inside the cage. But the ape was also in front of her. It overturned the cage itself. Then it wanted to catch Ellie by putting its hand inside. But in the middle, because of the morphine, that Yeti became unconscious. As soon as this happened, Senior sent Junior forward, saying go and tie its limbs. But as soon as Junior came near the cage, Ellie strangled him and made him unconscious. Just then, Senior came from behind with an injection. Just as he injected it into Ellie, Hollis suddenly appeared there. Senior started bargaining with him. He offered to trade Ellie in exchange for the cub. But in the meantime, Ellie first stabbed the Yeti's claw into his leg, due to which he came down to his knees, and then she stabbed it into his neck. All the blood flowed out right there, and Senior was killed while sitting. When Ellie's eyes opened, Hollis had reached the cub with her, and he was saying that seeing this cub reminded me of you, that's why I saved it. Yeah. Looking at it reminds me of you. Anyway, at that same time, the cub's mother reached there. So Hollis told Ellie to go back. I will take this cub to its mother. You make my name proud. Saying a final goodbye, he left with the cub. And further ahead, the cub's parents approached him. On the other side, Junior had regained consciousness. So, tired and defeated, he also sat down with his dad. And here, Ellie set out towards home taking a boat. With this, the movie ended. An attempt has been made to make the movie very stylish, which it also looks like. Creates the whole vibe. But the problem is that it is very slow. The story itself is very thin, as the duration of the video is telling you. There just isn't enough content to support the runtime, so the movie stretches scenes way longer than needed. There are very long scenes that make no sense at all. But they had to do this. Otherwise, where would they release a half-hour movie? The Yeti's design in this was very good, and the aura created for it was also amazing. It wasn't shown much because there wasn't much budget. That's why not many kill scenes were shown either. They did quite well considering what they could do. This movie was shot in February 2025 and released a year later. If you liked the video, then like it. Subscribe to the channel for more horror movie recaps and explained videos. And let me know in the comments. Would you survive a night against the Yeti? Until next time, take care everyone.